And that's why we need to vote no on November 7th. And then we need to set about in this community addressing stormwater problems, sanitary sewer problems. Mrs. Tibbs, I see, is in the audience. She is contemplating within the next 60 days of filing a suit to get this city to address its sanitary and storm sewer problems, and I commend her for that. It's high time we do that. We have almost $120 million of storm sewer problems in this community that need to be addressed, and tragically, as we all saw last weekend, it can have tragic consequences. We have sanitary sewer problems in this community that I know all too well about that need to be addressed. And yes, we are facing an EPA, negotiations with EPA, and they're going to come in and force Lexington to sign a consent decree. And what I've seen is that that's going to require Lexington to spend $500 million on its sanitary wastewater system over the next, I don't know, 5, 10 years. That's a tremendous amount of work. That's where the energies of this community need to be focused, not on condemning and taking a well-run water system. I mentioned a little earlier that Mr. Pettit and I have a lot to agree on, and we do. And I especially agree with him with some comments that he made to Ed Lane in the Lane Report in September of 1999, when Ed Lane sat down with him and did a long, far-reaching interview. This was the question Mr. Lane put to Mr. Pettit. Should Lexington purchase local utility companies? This is what Mr. Pettit said. He said, when I was mayor, I was delighted that the urban county government didn't own any of the utilities in Lexington. I had enough to look at. Having the utilities managed by private enterprise and regulated by the Public Service Commission was fine with me. I am inclined to think the same way. There are many complications that grow out of running a utility. One of the risks that I see when municipalities own something like the water company is that every time rates increase, the public thinks the government is raising taxes. It goes back to my old theory that government should not be engaging in business that can be properly done by private enterprise. Lexington has a good company providing its water, and it is not a good idea to contemplate buying the system. Foster Pettit, September 1999.